away with it. So, and then we've got all the electric power steering pumps all mounted in the bottom there. So, subframes, all the hubs, all vapor blasted from a guy out on the other side of Canterbury. So it's all looking brand new again, ready to go back into the car. We've also got these pretty awesome custom arms to replace these ones here, to give it a bit more. These ones here we're binding up now that we've given it more droop for the raising the car up for on the gravel. So these ones here have a rod end that you can sort of adjust the angle that you want. So yeah, they're quite a nice piece. I think eventually every single panel on the car will be composite once I crash it that many times. For a start, obviously this car had a sunroof, so we'll take a mould of the race car roof and then make a carbon roof for this one that obviously doesn't have the hole for the sunroof. So it'll be the first part. And I've already taken moulds of all the rear guards, the top rail and the sills, halfway through doing the bonnet, and still need to do the bumpers and probably the doors as well. So yeah, trying to future-proof it as much as we can without having to buy parts from Porsche, because no one wants to do that. Yeah, these are the doors off the race car, so they're all fibre. The roll cage isn't quite installed. Yes, they're all carbon fibre doors, so they weigh about 4 kilos probably, including all the window and stuff. That's all plastic windows, where the factory door would probably weigh, I'd say 60 kilos. So yeah, a lot of weight savings with these.
That's cool.
Not entirely sure what we're going to do with ratios wise yet, because I think they're geared to about 280 kilometres an hour or something stupid, which would be...
Go down Conrod, mate, that'll be right.
Yeah. Slightly too fast for gravel, but I'm saying that we don't want to gear it down too much so that it just buzzes the wheels up all the time, being such short ratios. So it'll sort of be, I think we'll just get it going with the original ratios and see how it feels.
Yeah.
We're back working on the 997 again, so just got the permission to weld up the cage, so it's a pretty cool milestone for us to hit. So on, what was it, Saturday, we spent a full day here working, got most sort of like the outside skeleton of the cage fully welded in, so just sort of been
chipping away.
Yeah.
Until you run out of gas.
Yeah. And we were going to do some last night, but I didn't get any gas. Jack told me to get more gas, but I didn't get more gas.
You didn't get more gas.
Yeah, being a rally car, this cage is a little bit different to the race car, so a few extra bars and bits and places. The big difference with these compared to a normal roll cage is they swing the door bars out really far, which is probably a bit different, sort of like the drift cars have, which is not that common with a rally car. So be interesting to see how that is with trying to get in and out. Hopefully it's a bit easier, because there's not going to be a whole lot of room in this car. So you can see here we've got the gear lever for the sequential gearbox out of the race car. Being a rally car, I guess one of the cool parts of them is always the hydraulic handbrake. So we've got this pretty nice piece. It's full carbon lever, which is pretty cool. Always wanted a carbon handbrake, so thought this was probably the project to put one on. So we've got to come up with a way of sort of fitting the two items on the tunnel there. It's a pretty narrow tunnel compared to most modern cars. Obviously there's no gearbox in this part of the tunnel, so doesn't need to be as big as a normal car. So.
No drive shaft either.
Yeah, no drive shaft. Just coolant lines under there.
Fuel
and coolant. So we have to obviously modify the GT3 Cup car mount a little bit and try and sort of figure out where we're going to fit this on there. So it's a nice reach for me from the driver's seat. So.
Well, I think I will say something about it. I'm very excited. That's all I got, man.
And scared.
And scared, yeah. Look, I'm looking forward to it, but I'm shitting myself. I would like to be on the outside of the car, because I would love to hear it and see it go past, but I've got a duty, and hopefully I do that duty well. We've had a couple of moments, but yeah, one, say the right thing at the right time, and two, keep this man under control. He does get a little bit carried away at times, but
Only when the spectators.
Yeah, that's true. So you should definitely get out and watch it and get into rallying because it's good fun. Are you sure?
That was my 3rd degree burn. Quite good.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, we're back.
Yep. A couple of weeks later, a bit more welding done.
A bit more rotating.
Yeah.
What have we done?
We got it on the rotisserie.
Yeah.
Wasn't on that last time. So we could roll it over and get to all the weld up the right way up instead of trying to turn ourselves inside out inside the car. Trying to get around all the bars. So just makes life a bit easier. Pedro's buddy RX-7 was on it last time we were here, so had to wait for his shit box to get off it. You know that obviously all the welding tests that we sent away got approved and stuff, so it means we could push on with welding, fully welding out the cage. We pretty much got probably 95% of it all done. We just got to put these two bars that go through to the front towers in. The last 2 bars to go in, so and yeah, once they go in we can sort of do the last few fabrication jobs before it gets into paint, which will be pretty exciting. Yeah, the inside's pretty boring. We're going silver on the inside because Dad bought a Skoda that was silver and I quite like the colour, so we bought some extra silver for it. Bo was here, Jack's brother, had a bit of slave labour for like a week. Squirting with water. As you can see, we're in the process of TIG welding up the roll cage for the Porsche. It's quite a slow, tedious process for welding, but it gives it a lot nicer finish. Yeah, so it takes a lot longer, but I guess the end result looks a lot nicer. So yeah, something like that, Barry.
So what we have here is the completed assembly of our brake package. Essentially we had 3 things that we knew that we needed to use, which is obviously the upright from the Porsche. We had a set of brakes that we had in stock, and then obviously the wheel. So what we did is figured out what disc we could use and fit that within the wheel. So then once we got them all aligned and fit within the wheel, we drew up a brake bell. So that sets the brake disc back in towards the hub and away from the wheel. And then we also figured out the adapter to go to the new brakes to fit the existing Porsche upright.
We've gone with the Dixel rotor, which big brakes, probably pretty similar size to what I ran on the AP4 car. So yeah, they'd be more than enough for the Porsche. And they're also a floating rotor, so they've got these little bobbin arrangement here that allows them to have a little bit of free play, so you don't get any knock off on the brake pedal. Yeah, finally, are you gonna or me?
I'll do it. I've got it. So we're pretty close to finishing up the cage, and then we're on to paint, hopefully very soon. We'll get Dave on the jobs. Got a bit of Scotch Brighting to do and a bit more cleaning up, but we're close. And then we can start throwing some real bits at it.
Yeah, start taking shape a bit quicker. Shiny bits, man.
Expensive bits.
Expensive bits.
Seats, handbrakes,
engines, gearboxes, all the subframes and stuff that we got vapor blasted and stuff. So yeah, a bit of contrast in colours.
Yeah.
Obviously, Otago is the sort of the first big event for the car, so sort of hoping to get it going early next year to get a few test miles under our belt before heading to Otago. So yeah, hopefully over Christmas break and stuff it'll be getting pretty close. So yeah, early next year we can get into throwing some rocks and making some cool noises.